Hey, hi everyone. Very good morning to all of you. First of all, thank you for watching this video. So today's topic is all about joining formalities. Now, let's understand what is joining formalities. Everyone knows, but if I put in a personal way, let's assume one of your guest is coming to your house. So what we do? The first thing, we welcome them, we greet them, then we ask for water, tea, we give snacks, we make them sit comfortable, we ensure that the house is neat and clean. And when we serve food in a very professional and personal touch, with a personal touch, that is what we do when a new person or guest comes to our house. The same thing we will follow when any employee or new joinee, a candidate, come and join our organization. So when he's joining on the day one or before joining, what all things we do? For example, I'm coming to your house. Example, I'm coming to your house. The moment I came inside, the you people came to know you don't have sugar, you don't have milk, and then you say, Anand, just sit for 10 minutes, I'll just come. How it looks. When I went inside, it was untidy, neat. It's not at all clean. How I will feel. So that negative vibration, we have to remove the negative vibration. So what is joining formalities? When someone is coming to your organization, what all things we have to do in advance or before joining and during the joining? That is what we are going to understand. I hope you are very clear what is joining formalities. When any employee comes to an organization, what all things we have to do as per law, as per HR policy, and as per the ethics. Am I clear? Let's start. So I'm just trying to share few of the information in a practical way, what you have to do. So I always tell my students that you have to prepare a checklist. Now, what is checklist? A reminder, your personal secretary. When we do many things, when we do, suppose one process requires many activities, we may forget one or two things, then there it creates a problem. Am I clear? Let's understand. So this is not only for the joining formalities, but whenever I join any company, I make a fixed policy, a process that every Friday or Saturday. That is, suppose you have weekdays, Saturday, Sunday, then Friday. If only Sunday is holiday, then on Saturday, what you have to do? Let's say you have Saturday and Sunday holiday. So on Friday every week, just take that checklist and check. Do you have a sufficient application form? Do you have all the joining kits? Do you have the stationaries? Any forms that we need to fill? Letterhead, sufficient letterhead, printers, cartridge. You have the Xerox paper. You need to check if you're responsible. If you are responsible, I'm talking about. In your company, if this all is taken care by admin, no problem. But who is going to give this? You are admin. You. So who is responsible? The admin, but accountable, you. So you also have. Why don't you take some part and keep it with you? You can take, no? Let's say you keep 2020 joining forms ready. Ensure that, let's say 5 people have joined, you have 15. Again on Friday, fill with 20. Ensure that before you go home, you have sufficient application form, joining kit, stationery, letterhead, zero, everything. Just 5 minutes will definitely help you. This is what the practice, good practice is all about. For example, do we brush our teeth daily? Why? Why? Who told you that you have to brush your teeth daily? Just your parents? So, the same way, make a habit like this. Make a habit. That's the best practice. Then, one day before or 2 days before, whatever you want, ensure that one day before you check all the checklists, whatever I told just now, and ensure the laptop. Let's say 5 people are joining. Let's say 5 people are joining on Monday. So ensure that their laptop is ready, their email ID is created on the laptop or a desktop, their visiting card is ready, SIM card is ready, and the most important part, appointment letter. Please note the appointment letter has to be issued on day one. Please watch my video on appointment letter. Two videos I have uploaded. It's a live session video. very useful for everyone. Am I clear? So appointment letter has to be prepared, signed, and keep it ready in advance. Okay. Then this is what I have seen personally when I go, when I'm coming to your house and I see, wow, what an untidy place it is. I don't know where to sit. It's not even clean. The same way when an employee joins the organization, when he see his desk not cleaned, when he opens the drawer and he see lots of stuff in it, when he keeps his leg, under the desk, he sees some box files are there. The dustbin is there, which is filled with all the kachadas. That is not the professional way how he will feel. That is called first impression and lasting impression. So please ensure that it is neat and clean. Remove all the unwanted things from the drawer, under the table. That is wrong. Check the chair's condition. Any box file is kept or not. Unwanted things, please remove it. And also the employee code, because on day one you have to give the employee code and required for the thumb registration or registration purpose. Then in case your company provides you with the lunch, then arrange for the lunch fund. I have also seen, and seriously I have also made a mistake, that at 12 o'clock we come to know, oh my god, unko to lunch dena tha, we have to give the lunch. Come on, go to the accounts department, ask for money. I used to say, leave it, take this cash. First, you go and resolve the issue. Later on, we will apply for the money. So that is not the right way. We do make mistake there because we are not doing any single work. We are doing lots of multitasking. So we may forget, but this checklist will definitely will help you. So I want you people to prepare an onboarding checklist. Ki what all things you require pre-boarding, onboarding, and after the boarding. Am I very clear? Chalo. Then documentation. In documentation, definitely employment form, application form. Now there is form 2 and form F. 2 is for the nomination of PF. Form F is the nomination of the gratuity. In the entire HR documentation, only these two forms are very important because it is useful when someone dies. Yes, if someone death happens, then only this form comes into the role. So this form has a value once in the lifetime, and that once in the lifetime will come only once in your lifetime. For example, I worked for 20 years. I just saw one death, just one death. Maybe you must have seen two, three, but it cannot be beyond five. Am I clear? So it has a value, dear. Otherwise, what will happen? Let's say he's a married person. His wife will come and say, give it to me. His parents will come and say, give it to me, the money. Then there will be a clash. So I want you people to focus on form number 2 and form number F. Am I clear? Mediclaim. If you have a mediclaim form, then keep it ready. Any kind of declaration, bond, NOC, ensure on day one. You know what happened when I've gone, when I went to the organization on day one, I'm sitting and the teams, HR team are telling, sir, just give us 10 minutes. We are just taking the Xerox copy. On Monday morning, they go and take the Xerox copy and make the documents, the joining forms, which is not correct at all. It's unprofessional. That is not the right way. You are telling the guest, 2 minute bahar बैठो, मैं घर clean करती हूँ. Is it right? That's not at all right. Please understand the feeling. Human is equal to emotions. So human is equal to HR. That means HR has to understand the emotions of the employee. The moment you understand the chapter emotions, you will be very clear and a different perspective with a different perspective. Now, what I've seen this mistake in my career, when we fill the form, we make lots of mistakes. First, due to nervous, we really don't know, especially for the freshers, because they're filling the form for the first time. Say they don't know the terminology, names or words, terminology, names and words, professional name, it's an legal name. So little not aware, confused. They may aware, but little bit confused. Is it right or wrong? So they self-doubt, nothing wrong. It happens because it is a first time. Am I clear? Then they make a mistake and again they call Anand. Anand sir, what I have to fill? Anand sir, what I have to fill? Because they are not aware. Now you're giving a form 2 and form F to a new person, fresher. How he comes to know what is gratuity form and PF nomination form? So he is little bit confused, stressed. So to remove that, This is what one of the practical thing which most of the people have appreciated. What you have to do is very simple. Let's take an example of form number F, which is a gratuity form. Take that full form, take a print, not a printout, the actual form, and why don't you fill it with a red color pen? You fill the form like you are the employee. Fill the form. Okay? Fill the form. And properly the way you want. The way you want, you have to fill the form. Now, once you have filled the form, now you have to fill two forms. In case you have lots of joinees every week, two form. In case of only one or two people join the organization, one form. So all the forms you need to fill with a red color. Don't use blue or black, only red color. Then laminate it. Two sets laminated. And when you give the forms to fill to the new joinee, give them this lamination wala form. Why? They can refer it. So they can confidently watch and fill the form. That is the best practice. The employee is very happy. Otherwise, people will feel, yeah, I am a graduate MBA and I don't know what is this. Now, how should I go and ask ki I don't know this? What the people will feel. So they feel insecure, guilty. And that is what called nervous. So why you make them feel in a negative way when there is a solution? Now, once you have given the laminated form, they are not going to disturb you at all. They are not going to disturb you at all. Maybe one case may come. So why don't you do this? So friends, whatever form you have to give it to the employee, why don't you fill the form and laminate it and hand over to them? Let them fill it. At least 90% work will be done. And if there is a correction, what I've seen, people say, Anand sir, we have completed, please check. And when I check, Are, this is wrong, this is wrong. And in form number 2 and F, there cannot be a correction. We cannot use any whitings. No, whiting, whatever you say. Whitener, whiting, white color, whatever. Done? Then, for that, again, you have to tell, please fill the form. One more time. Yes, one more time. So again, he has to fill. Now he's not at all happy, mood off in the morning only. So why don't you use the best practice? Nothing wrong. Done. So you only fill the form the way, but use the block letters so that he is aware. Use the block alphabet. Am I clear? Okay. Then give it to the employees to refer and see the drastical change. Now, this also I have observed when the people go for into the conference room, and let's say there are 5 people and 4 chairs are available. When he's putting the, अरे AC का किधर है? AC किधर है? Remote किधर है? Remote किधर है? And when he's putting, it is not coming only. And the person who don't know how to handle it, make it less, what do we say? Yeah, to change the temperature on it. If you don't know, then there is a problem. And the biggest problem is, please call IT team. Can someone on the projector? Why you cannot learn? That is my question. Why you have to be dependent to just on and off and click the button when you can learn the Instagram without the help of anyone? Why you cannot learn the projector, how to on and off? Is it too tough? Of course not, because you have not taken the initiative. Now every time for a style, all people are sitting. IT team, please send it someone. That's an attitude. Why? That's not required. You have to learn. That is called initiative. One man show. If you want to become a leader, one man show. Don't be dependable on anyone. That is what I teach. So ensure that you have some wires. Nowadays laptop has C-pin. Now you have C-pin or not. Ensure that you have. Then see the project. And the biggest mistake when you open the PPT, and I'm saying it's the old data. That is also one of the biggest chapter. So whenever you come, ensure that when you're coming on Monday, the data is updated. This person has already resigned. Okay, this person has just left the organization 2 days before, so I have not updated the PPT. Now what people will think about you, HR? When they come to an organization, they feel HR is God. You know why? Because we have given them the job. Why doctor is a God? Because he has cured our disease, problems. So we look him in a very different way. The same like an HR. Am I clear? See that projector is working or not working one day before. Why don't you check all this? And second, and one more, the biggest problem, board. When the person is coming, something is written on the board. Something is written on the whiteboard. Is it right? No. It's unprofessional. Maybe some confidential thing. That is your duty. That is what I want to tell you. HR, if you follow the process, then you are a robot. You have a brain. We all have a brain. Why don't we use? It is not my job. Why it is not your job? There is responsibility and there is accountability. If you are responsible or accountable person for the induction, then checking everything, including the dustbin. I'm not telling you to remove the dustbin, dear. I'm telling to check whether dustbin is neat and clean. That is your accountable for. This is what HR person has to do. I'm not telling you to go and dig the kachada dustbin. No, ensure that it is neat. It's not smelling. Then suppose all people are coming, open the conference, smell is coming. How they will feel? Please try to understand what is HR. It's in service. For example, our mom, when we go to any house, our mom serves them, prepares some fresh snacks, foods. Best one, she puts her entire ability, knowledge, skill, and prepare a good dishes and serve to the guest. Why? That is what HR. We have to do this. It is one of our part. Let's be a giver, not a taker, not a attitude. Am I clear? Check the dustbin is not smelling. And one more thing, the pen in the clean board, clean the board and the marker pen. Sometimes we are just writing. Are it's not writing. Then again we call admin. Can you please bring the marker pen? Arey, why? Why you have not taken this precaution? Why don't you have checked all this? That is what we expect from the HR. Ensure that the floor is neat and clean. Ensure that how number of employees equal to number of chair. Why don't you keep one extra chair? You know what happens? I've seen many of time. Sufficient chairs are there. All the chairs are occupied. Now the CEO, CFO, seniors people are coming. And where he will sit? Where he will sit? HR head is coming. Then one person has to sacrifice. Why? Why don't you keep one? You know that people will come. That is called accountability. Why don't you use your brain, your experience? What is experience? What is going to happen? And you know the process. That is called experience. Fresher will say, sir, how I'll come to know when someone is coming or not? How I will come to know someone is coming or not? What is experience? I know who will come. That is called experience. Am I clear? Done. Now, one more thing, AC is working or not working. That is important. Done. Ensure that the floor is neat and clean and you have kept a bottle of water. That is very important. Also, the pen and paper and pencil. You can keep a pencil or a paper in case your company does not have budget to keep a notepad. Why don't you keep a Xerox copy paper? Two paper is sufficient. They are not going to write everything. Just important point, then it's our responsibility. For example, when a guest comes, we give a tea along with some snacks. Why? That is a process. The same process applies here also. So when you give, when a person is coming, he needs something to write. Let them write. Done. On the day one of joining, do the thumb registration. That is the most important part because the salary gets deducted if you have not registered on day one. Then employee code, issue him the employee code. Appointment letter on day one is compulsory. Also ensure the bank person comes and fills the form. Thank you so much. I hope you must have learned something new. See you very soon with, do share your comments how you like the session. Thank you.